Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make this crocheted hedgehog. I found this pattern on Pinterest and thought I should share it with you guys. So at the bottom of each screen, I'm just going to put which stitches I use. So that's just a guide saying which ones I did because I don't want to write the whole thing over again. So anyway, here you're going to start with a magic knot, a magic ring. So you're going to place it over your fingers and make like an X and then go underneath it. Twist it, grab the other working yarn and then just do a chain to secure it and make sure it doesn't pull loose. Then for your first row you're going to do 5 single crochets and then a bobble. So a bobble it's like a poofy kind of stitch. I'll show you how to make that because I did not know what a bobble was before I did this pattern. So you're going to put it around your hook, your yarn, and then go through. So this is kind of like a double crochet. And then you're going to pull it through 2. And then you have 2 on your hook. And you're going to put it over, pull it through again, pull it through 2. And then you're going to have 3. So this is how you do it the whole time. So put it over your hook, put it through, pull it, and then pull it through 2 again. So you're going to do this until you have 6 on your hook. And so this is pretty much how I think of it is a double crochet, just doing it over and over instead of pulling all the way through until the very end. I don't know, that's just kind of helped me with it. And then when you have 6 loops on there, you are going to take your working yarn and then pull it all the way through. I find it easier if you twist your hook so it's facing downwards so it doesn't get caught on all your other loops. And then I also kind of take my working yarn, pull a little tighter, and with your magic ring you're just going to pull the end and it's going to go super tight and you're not going to have bow anymore. So to finish off this row you're just going to do a simple slip knot. If your bobble isn't really poofy or looking like a bobble, try going up a size with your hook. Row 2, you're just going to do 2 single crochets into each of your stitches, so then at the end of this row you should end up with 12 stitches in total. Then for row 3 you're going to do a single crochet and then a bobble all the way around in your row. So I found that doing a single crochet before and after almost makes the bobble poofier. I think that's how you're supposed to do it, but this is my first time doing a bobble and it worked out like that. So yeah, just always do that. And also when you get to the very end of your row, when you're done doing a bobble, just do a slip stitch into your end of your row, because if you do another single crochet it's going to leave a bigger gap in between those 2 bobbles. And at the end of this row you should end up with 6 bobbles and 6 single crochets. And it's always just good to check and just count how many you have. So next for your 4th row, you should do, again, 2 single crochets into each stitch, ending up with 24 stitches in total. I like pulling my tail and my magic ring just through to the front, inside. So row 5 is a single crochet and a bobble. You're going to do that all the way around and you should end up with 12 bobbles and 12 single crochets. So this is the same for row 5, 7, and 9. Just because I didn't want to show it all over again. You're gonna, in between those rows, you are going to do a single crochet row just in between them all. So it's supposed to go row 5, single crochet, bobble, row 6, 1 single crochet all the way around, row 7, 1 single crochet, bobble, and then so on until row 9. And then so see here, the bobbles need to alternate like that. And then for row 10 you are going to chain 2 and then do half double crochets all the way around. So half double crochet is just you loop it around like your bobble, put it through, and then just pull your working yarn all the way through. So that's what half crochet is, or half double crochet. So people call it different things. And then when you finish your row, you're just going to put it into one of those chains and do that. So I work with the opposite way, so I just had to flip it. And so you're going to chain 1. And this one's kind of hard to explain, but you go in behind and you're going to work into your previous row, so 2 rows down and from behind. So it's just easier to see with the video, but you're gonna do 24 of these all the way around, so 1 single crochet into each of the holes all the way around. So this kind of makes a row for you to work your face of your hedgehog into, instead of it looking like a weird transition. I found it's really cool. I've never done this before, so that was fun trying that out. So now you're gonna switch your color out into your face color for your hedgehog. Make sure the colors are close together because this is now the start of your face, and if you have blue or whatever color of your body, it kind of just looks weird having half of your face blue and the other half gray like mine is. So just make sure that knot is tight, and then you're gonna do a single crochet in each of these holes, so you need to have 24 single crochets, but you're working in that back row that we just made, so you have like a cute little hedgehog body, different from the face. They're like 2 different layers. It's kind of hard to explain, but it makes more sense with the video. And then for your next row, you are going to decrease and then do another decrease and then 6 single crochets. So the things in brackets, that's what you're supposed to repeat 3 times. It's not the other decrease, that's just at the beginning. Going to stuff your hedgehog. If you don't have stuffing, just use an old pillow and that works just as great. Also, don't fill it up all the way. It's easier to grab the outsides and work like that. So next row, I'm going to show you how to do a decrease. If you don't know, you're going to put it through the 2 holes without pulling it through. So just putting it through and then pulling all the way through, kind of. Anyway, so for this row 14, you're going to decrease, and then again the stuff in brackets, decrease, and then 5 single crochets. You're going to do that over again. Just the first decrease you're just going to do at the start. Row 15, we're going to do 6 single crochets, and then you're going to decrease, and then 4 single crochets, decrease, 4 single crochets. So that's why I just put the decrease and 4 single crochets in brackets, because you're going to do that twice. Now for row 16, you're going to do 6 single crochets, a decrease, 3 single crochets, decrease, 3 single crochets. So pretty much from row 15 to row 18, it's pretty similar, just the amount of single crochets you do in between your decreases just goes down each time, so it goes from 4, 3, 2, and 1. Row 17 is 6 single crochets, decrease, 2 single crochets, decrease, 2 single crochets. So this part is a little bit repetitive, but it makes it easier to remember your steps, and you need to crochet. Be a good time to add some more stuffing, just because now the mouth will get smaller and you won't be able to get as much stuffing in there. So just stuff it up and don't overstuff it. I find that the stitches may stretch a little bit, so just enough. So now row 18, 6 single crochets, decrease, 1 single crochet, decrease, and then another single crochet. As you're going, you should probably add some stuffing just so that you don't end up with a hollow nose and a small hole where you can't put your stuffing through anymore. So row 19, you're going to do 6 single crochets and then decrease, decrease. Row 20, you are going to do 6 single crochets and a decrease. So right here it becomes really hard to work in a circle because it's really small, and as you go you're also trying to stuff so you don't end up with a hollow nose. So it's really hard to work, but you get the hang of it the more you do it, or the smaller as you go along. And then row 21, you are just going to do 6 single crochets. So when you're done this row, you're going to do your slip knot as usual, but you're going to do an extra chain because we're done. And so then you're going to snip off your working yarn, but make sure to leave a ruler's length, so 30 centimeters, and also pulling through that extra loop, just make sure it's secure. You're going to get, I think it's a yarn needle or something like that, but you're going to loop it through all of your 6 stitches, and then you're going to pull it tight to make sure you close the hole that's left over. And then you're going to take this needle and put it through the tip of the nose and then work all the way out to the butt. So this makes sure that you can pull your nose so kind of wrinkles and points up. And so then you're going to do this knot, and you can also pull it through to the beginning and cut it off at the front. I just had trouble showing that. Now you're going to do the nose, so you're going to start somewhere else and poke it through. This will make sense later on. And then you're just going to make your nose, so I found it easier going horizontal and then vertical or opposite, so that you go both ways, so it gives the nose more of a shape. So your first layer, so my horizontal layer, gives it more of the color, making sure most of it is black, and then going back vertically to give it more of a defined shape and fixing some of the spots I missed. And then so you're just gonna try and work your nose or fix it, just trying to make it look like a nose. And also sometimes this part is hard because there's a lot of stitches right at that spot, so just try and work through it and just poking it a lot, that helps too. And so now you're going to go back through the nose and back through that hole we came through. And then you're going to tie a knot with it. I usually do 2 just to make sure it's secure. And then I'm going to cut off the extra so you don't see that through. And take another crochet needle and just poke it through, so then you don't see where the yarn started, which I think is so cool. Now you're going to do your eyes. Same technique as the nose, going in a different area. And I make mine triangles because it makes them look happy. But you can do any shapes of eye that you want. It doesn't really matter, whatever you want. You can even make one a circle eye and the other one like this little triangle, so it looks like it's winking at you. And you can add eyelashes, anything you want to make it personalized. And yeah. So this is my final result. I think it turned out so cute. So you can make it any different size. So if you use smaller wool, like thinner wool, you get smaller ones, bigger wool, bigger ones. If you put a rock in the middle of the body, then you get a door stopper, and you can also use it as a pin cushion. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe.